Hi guys and welcome to Angling for You, and today you join me on a beautiful Torrens Pond in Otley, but the weather is not so beautiful, so we don't know how the film is going to go today. You are sat currently underneath the umbrella. I'm going to do most of the fishing where I won't be maybe on camera as much as I'd like, and we'll just fish in front of us. So we are fishing across to the island, which you maybe see a little bit in the background, and I'm going to quickly go through the rigs because we are getting close to the go. So trying out a new float today. So this is a new fish. I can't see it. Cypri, I think 4x14s. Nice little float, sensitive bristle, wire stem, and I'm going to use that for my island fishing. Now the island is around 3 foot deep, so it's a perfect float for that, in that diamond shape, like Chianti shape should I say, to fish up and hopefully catch silvers. My plan is really just to get a consistent run of fish, whether that's silvers or not or whatever, because it is like a natural venue pond where there's lots of different species in here. We're not expecting massive waves because of that, so my plan is just to continuously catch small fish, and if we kept picking the other bigger ones up, then that's great. I am going to go through the other two rigs, just because you've seen them many times before. One is a paste rig, and we're just fishing a Preston 1 Preston 1 straight out in front of me at about 8 meters, and we've got an edge line to my right and to my left, which is about 2 foot, and we've got a little sort of chunky again new fish carp float to go down the edges in around just over 2 foot of water. The plan of action is I've got an array of baits today. We've got hemp, got micros, got corn, got maggots, I've got a little bit of F1 sweet, and I've also got worms as well. Now the plan for me is to feed, chop worm and hemp. We've mixed in a little bit of soil on this little F1 sweet with a little bit of worm head on the hook. Now what we'll be doing is starting that off in regards to just dobbing around without any feed first to see if we can pick up any fish, and then we'll go from there. Don't know what to expect. It's going to be hopefully not difficult in regards to bites, but in regards to weights, it's terrible weather, and you know, we're just here to enjoy it. So let's move the camera, see if we can get it in a better angle and get ready for the start. All in! Right guys, so we start off by dobbing across. So if you're not familiar with that, that is no feed, and you're just dropping in your bait and seeing if we can start by picking up an odd fish. At the moment I've undershot because I didn't know how deep it was, what it was going to sit like with a worm head on, so I may need to add, or definitely need to add another shot, but we can't do that obviously until you start fishing. And I'm only going to give it very minimal time with no feed, because I want to, so I do want to not waste too much time if One more shot on. Get a bit of this feed. So this, like I said, this feed is a bit of trap worm, a bit of mud, a bit of hemp, and a bit of F1 sweet. Get that out there. At the moment we've got a little bit of rain, like the fine rain that soaks you through rain, but it's meant to get a lot worse later on. Just on top of not feeding today, like with all the angling for you matches, it's just about enjoying your day and enjoying your fishing. Sometimes it's nice just to have a day on a mixed venue rather than carp bashing. Might need another shot as well. But we'll let it go and see. Give it to sort of a minute or so. Oh, we did have a bite that though. Straight on that feed. So might need that other shot on just to see those bites a little bit earlier. But we've got a strung out bulk on this, so we want it to go through the water so there's a chance that fish take that on the drop. First fish. Second side. Start the session. See if we can get these eyes going. Today we'll have a good day. I'm going to put one more shot on that though, just because it's sat up a little bit higher than I want. I'm going to knock my pot off first. And I do like sometimes a little bit heavier float, make it stable. Just check the bait is fine. And notice we're only going with a small cad pot. We're not going with anything too big, because I don't want to be overfeeding these fish. I want to try and keep them here all day, or as long as I can. And like today, like I was saying, that's sort of the size I expected to catch, which obviously won't lead up to a big weight, but will keep you entertained for the day, and that's for me what I'm planning on doing today. It's a bit better now. Perfect. That's what we want. Just the tip out of the water. And there's some old fish, this one. Definitely need a lot of fish if it's this size. Foul up to this one. Obviously a couple of fish there already. I'm not going to feed on this next one. I'm just going to. This worm is still alright, this worm head. All these ducks coming round. As you know, I hate ducks. Interesting. Silvers. Skimmers now that we changed to pellet. I'm just going to try double white. Just trying to experiment, guys, with baits. Just depending on obviously what we're catching on. I'm just going to top and tail a maggot. So what I mean by that is one through just the tip of the tail of the maggot and one through the head of the maggot, and that just creates a real natural look. I'm going to feed again. So we've caught on worm head. That's what we started on. We've caught one on a skimmer on pellet, and now we are trying double white. We're just trying to locate, see if we can see what brings a better average stamp of fish. While the bites are still coming, it's good to experiment a little bit. Like I say, we still have sweet corn as well. We might have to take a shot if we put sweet corn on there, because it might be a bit too heavy for what we're doing. Double white can be a really good skimmer bait and a really good eyed bait as well. In fact, when I fish for eyed, when I'm fishing shallow for eyed, I always use white maggots, never red. And you're going to probably ask why in the comments, but the reason is I just think it's a visible bait. I think it's just a confidence thing. I catch well on a white and red mix sometimes. If I'm fishing a feeder, I tend to use a white and red mix, a maggot feeder. But then if I'm fishing F1s, I go for dead reds or a bunch of reds. They might seem a little shyer than which would suggest that there were skimmers there. They tend to be a little bit shyer on the bite. worm is where we seem to have got the quicker bites. So we'll give it a little go on the white maggots, and then we will go back to worms if we need to. Again, another skimmer. As I predicted with those bites. That's what we predicted, and we're not wrong. I still feel that worm is a better bait, but what I'm finding is I might need to take a little bit of shot off, and just one shot, as it's dropped quite low now. It might be that it's got ever so slightly deeper, and the shot's a little overshotted, but we'll have a look. I'll just nip one of these shots off. Should be perfect. Just allows us to not be having it dipping under every 2 seconds. Grab another wormy. And when you're doing it, you want to just break it off just at the collar, which is that lighter part of ring above the top end of the worm, and that's where you want to hook it through. It's a little bit thicker and retains the hook a little bit better. And the weather's unfortunately took a turn for the worse, as we anticipated it would. Just looking at the camera, she's still safe, so that's good. Allows me to still film a little bit. Like I say, I apologise if I'm not getting much on camera. I can't really have it anywhere else than there. And if I have myself too much in a shot, it'll zoom in on me close up and we won't see anything else that we're doing. So it's a bit of one of those, unfortunately. So it's just sat a little nicer. Still dotted down, but just gives me a little bit more to read. Another faster bite. Being a little bit more exuberant. It's like probably another one of those F1, not F1s, hide, should I say. Oh yeah, that's lovely, I had that one. I'm all ready for him that time though. Hopefully I had that one, guys. Beautiful fish. Perfect. That's what we want. If we have one of them, a chuck, we'll be on to our winner. Bit more bait in there. Have to chop a few more worms in a bit. And what we'll do, guys, we'll just keep dipping in and out periodically. You're not going to want to watch me catch small silvers all afternoon, but I'll keep dipping in and out and turning it on and off as we go along. And meanwhile that we're fishing today, we've got fish show going on, and they're going to have the same weather as we are, so it would not make a good spectator's day today at all unless you sat under an umbrella. It would not be lovely today. Normally with a fish show you sat on the grass enjoying the sunshine, but not so much. And I wonder what your thoughts are on the fish show now. You obviously used to be able to get there and get round and didn't really cost anything, and now obviously there's a parking and there's the fish show to pay for. I don't know what your thoughts are on that. I've not been for a couple of years now. I missed out on getting the tickets last year, and I didn't really want to pay them this year, and obviously we got today booked, so I'm not too fussed considering of the rain. And it's always used. It's not usually too far away. I mean, obviously Cudmore's a couple of hours from me, but I used to do it there. But I've never had a day weather-wise like this when I've been. Bloody hell. That went berserk, did that? Absolutely berserk. We're up to that. It's a little bit better. Might be a little left one. Oh, looks like a little gap. Absolutely mental. There you go. Last one. Better. That's what we want. Definitely, I'd rather have those. Still, there we go. Got that one. Come on, the sweet corn. Still using the same feed, but a little bit of sweet corn. And to get creative in unhooking, we're putting fish into the net with and using the net as it's hitting the roof of the umbrella, which is something I'm not used to doing because I don't really fish with an umbrella very often. And some more bait, I think. Another handful of wormies. If there was a little snipper. few more MPs and some more pellets. Bit more of F1 sweets. And some soil. So the little blend, it leaves a lovely cloud through the water. And is doing the business with attracting the fish. I think adding just those pellets in as well and fishing that corn obviously just gives us a chance at the F1s or the carp. That's what we need to compete. So if we get a few of them in, that'd be great. A little break in the rain, which is nice. Not that it matters being under the old net, the old umbrella. But welcome when you're shipping your pole back. Hands out getting cold and soaked every 2 minutes. Something now that feels like a gas. I'll try and get it right on behind. Hopefully this one's an F1 or a carp and it stays on. A proper paste bite though. Hold on. Oh, stay still, lad. Not a massive fish, but probably it's 5 of them others, so oh, come on the F1. Come on, the F1. It's a right chunky boy, that. Perfectly hooked in that top lip. Oh, roach, stop messing about. It's a nice size. Go on, another F1. Nice, oh, nice gappy to finish. All out! Right guys, so in regards to a match, I've had a really, really good time. I've caught 98% of, well in fact 100% of all my fish from over the other side next to the reeds. I've had quite a few silvers, mainly eyed, and I've had I think 4 or maybe 5 F1s. Lost a couple of F1s as well, but you know, it's foul luck because it's one of those. I tried a bit of paste over there, managed to get 1, but nothing really. Everything I've caught is feeding that F1 sweet micros, hemp, chopped worm through it, and I've caught everything on wormhead, and I went through a spell where I caught on corn as well, feeding the same. So it's been a really good match for me in regards to enjoyment. I've caught literally since the start to the finish, so we can't really ask for more than that, can you? I've been nowhere. I've been watching the guys over in the pegs 13 and 10 and 11, and as I said on the live feed yesterday, they're the pegs, and yeah, they've absolutely destroyed us. But it's all about enjoying yourself, and that's why we do the Angling for You members days. It's not about money, it's about enjoyment. You know, this is where if you're paying money for pools and you draw over here, and you know there's a likelihood that the carp aren't going to be here, that's when you start to get the ump on. But I didn't, because I knew I could just have a nice day. I've just paid for my peg and gonna just enjoy my day. So a big thanks to Steve, because you know he's a fantastic guy, and a beautifully well kept venue as always. What we'll do now is, in the magic of editing, we'll jump over to probably me sat in the car because it's still raining after we've done the weigh-in, and we'll see where we are and where everybody else is. Right guys, so we've finished and weighed up. I'm really surprised. 22 and change is enough for a section win and 4th. Overall, like I said, the carp were up the other end, but I've only been sort of 4 or 5 pound out from the total weight, which has really surprised me, which annoys me a little bit because I should have stayed. I had 40 minutes or so where I could have just stayed on the fish, and I went to try and catch the carp because I've seen people catching carp, and I thought if I could get 1 or 2 it might push my weight up. But if it had just stayed on there, I could have been there or thereabouts. So that's just what it is. Dan, well done for winning it. That's spot on. So if you want to like this content, just come and have a look through the playlist at Angling for You, and then join us on the next one, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Tight lines.